Hello and welcome back to Tesla News. My name is Marian and I'm your host today, and I'm going to give you a timeline today about when you, as a European citizen, can expect a Model 3 Germany-made in Grünheide, maybe even in a second factory. Let's see how this is going to happen. But first of all, if you're new to my channel, do consider subscribing. I would really appreciate that. And we will look into the international market. So, biggest car market, no surprise, China, 21 million. Second biggest is the United States with close to 15 million. But the third largest is the European market. And this is including the UK. So we have around about 11.7 million, but just one factory currently ramping up. In the United States, Tesla has now 2 factories producing cars, and in China there will be an expansion/second factory. So it makes a lot of sense for Tesla to announce very early and time intensive, as we know the European market is, that they announce a European factory, a second one this year. Now let's look at the numbers and why the Model 3 will take some time. We have here a chart from Cannot Enough, so check out his Twitter account, a lot of interesting information. We have the dip in Giga Shanghai over here. This is because of the lockdown, of course. And then we have the gray line, which is the Model Y performance in Grünheide. And then this is widening because the Model Y long range is going to come at some point, maybe even the Model Y standard range. So it could get even bigger, the share here. But when we look at the Model 3, though, we are looking at Q1 2025. So we are right now in almost mid-2022. So that would be like 2.5 more years until we could see the first Model 3 coming out of Grünheide. What is actually needed for that? So I have talked about the expansion, especially the expansion of the train station, being able to transport cars with the train away, because you need that. If you have 300,000-400,000 cars per year, you cannot do that just by trucks. You need trains. Especially in Europe, it's easy to transport by train cars all over the place. So that's why the expansion will happen next year in the summertime, if everything is going according to plan. In the meantime, until the end of the year, or let's say even Q2, Q3 next year, Tesla will ramp up the production very fast in Grünheide. And then once this is actually working all out very well, they can expand. They can work with the permits again, do the same game plan as before. But then they would still have around about 2 years to establish a production for the Model 3, and that would be fitting with the timeline he just posted on Twitter in his chart. Another reason why it's important for Tesla to start with the Model 3 in Germany is not only the 11.7 million market, entire European market, but also the cost of its sales. So I think once we ramp up production, it is very likely that Tesla can be much safer, much cheaper in case they need to do it cheaper, and much more margin for Tesla if you don't transport all the Teslas through the entire world. It's not sustainable. It's not good. I do prefer to have everything produced in Germany or in the European market. Like this white Model Y performance here right now that we can see already going into showrooms. I have mentioned that before. The next color will be gray. So we have black going to customers now, white going to customers now, and gray coming soon. There are rumors it's going to be in 3 weeks in June. So you see everything is going smoothly. I'm very happy about that. It's going very smoothly compared to Austin, where we still don't know what's actually happening with the cars. All those cars that you see here, they are actually moved to customers. Customers get them, and I do work for a supplier in accessoires. I do know the people coming, ordering stuff, buying stuff. There are a lot of people having the Model Y performance. So guys, white and black, next one is gray, then they start with blue and red, and then the Model Y long range is coming. They are doing a pretty good job over here, and I do prefer a slower ramp, but quality being very good. A slower ramp maybe as well happening right now in Shanghai. So we have here 10,000 cars being completed by May 7th, based on the timeline that they started production on April 30th, that would be around about 850, 900,000 cars per day. I think it's going to be much higher right now, but the number is a bit lower than expected. So let's see if this is going to be corrected or if we get any more updates very soon from China. But the update that is exciting is Glory Splendor is at the harbor. So the first ship is going to leave very soon. The Theben is supposed to move from Korea to Shanghai as well and be the second ship. And my speculation is that the Iris Ace, and we will see that very soon for the next destination as it is currently as well in Korea, that we will see if they move to the Shanghai factory as well. So that would be 3 ships. It's supposed to be 2 confirmed already. If it's going to be a third, then that would be very good, especially for the timeline moving into the end of this quarter. We will see a big quarter push. I'm very sure about that. The quarter might be slightly less successful than the last one. But nevertheless, I do think that Tesla will be very profitable and will do their job. By the way, in Germany, we actually have discussions to give more incentives to EVs right now, which is of course based on the current situation in Europe and the war in Ukraine by Russia, that of course the awareness for EVs is starting to increase. That is, by the way, also what we see here based on the first 4 months of this year. It has been a quiet start. First 4 months, 105,000. I hope it's going to be much higher in the coming quarters. So the number is going to be beaten. Again, this is for the German market. So very exciting to see. It is the yearly basis, not the quarter, of course. We are not selling too many cars in Germany. A lot of young people living in cities, they don't need any car. They don't want any car. It's not like everyone wants to buy a car. The younger generation right now in Germany is actually preferring not to buy a car. Even me, I don't have one because I don't need one, but I will get a Tesla Model 3 standard range very soon, hopefully, as well with the ships coming from Shanghai, just to get a better experience and as well having one to just stay up to date. So you see the German market is a pretty difficult market based on demographics, but right now this factory is delivering to entire Europe, and that is the case. It's not only the German market. What is important as well is the average household income for the United States. You see it's for Tesla 146,000. That is crazy. It's the highest for all kind of categories written down there. So thank you very much for being here today. I really enjoy you having me, and then I will hopefully see you back tomorrow again. And thank you very much for your time, and see you tomorrow again. Thank you very much.